months ago, I made this little video called Sacred Geometry Healing Animation number 11. And this painting was in the background, just begun, but people noticed it somehow, and that got me thinking. So now I'm making this piece based on the process of making mandalas, because people always ask me about that too. They ask me about software. What kind of software do you use to make your mandalas, Charles? And I use this software right up here. This is the software. And the hardware is, this is the hardware. It's a compass and a straight edge. A straight edge and a compass is all you need to make sacred geometric archetypes. It just unfolds all by itself. So I've been making mandalas based on the archetypes and icons of sacred geometry for over 25 years. And my first goal is always to make them beautiful. That's the major goal. But at the same time, they're also connected to empirical realities, to unchanging empirical realities of sacred geometry. So I'm dealing with intuitive, mystical, so-called right brain kinds of stuff, and I'm also dealing with crystalline perfections of the universe, unchanging principles of the universe. Left and right synergy is the goal. So now we're going to talk about this painting, which is called The Map of Time, and this is the way it looked in the video, and then this is the way it looked in successive stages of completion. This is the way it looks. It's somewhere over 300 hours. I don't know how many hours. I lost track. So why would I possibly want to put 300 hours or 400 or however many hours is in this thing? Why would I want to do that? That's the question we're going to answer. So when I make a mandala, it always starts with an idea that's been rolling around in my head for X number of days or years. So this mandala is really a meditation on time and our concepts of dividing it. Both the astrological chart and the face of our 12-hour clock are based on this sacred geometry. To be specific, it traces to the second consecutive circle of nature's first pattern, commonly known as the seed of life. The ever-expanding pattern of this mandala is created by two overlapping versions of nature's first pattern. The radius of the vertical version is set at 1 inch and the radius of the horizontal version is set at 1.73 inches, which is very close to the exact proportions of the Vesica Piscis, height versus width. So as I was creating this complicated overlapping grid, I had to constantly check, as I developed it outward, I had to constantly check to make sure it was lining up. And if I made a tiny error here, then it would get to be a big error over here. And that gave my left brain, so to speak, something to occupy its energies. And it was a repetitive energy, because I had to keep solving the same problem over and over and over and over, like beads, it's like mantra. So this repetitive mental activity occupies my left brain and leaves my right brain free to gather any information that comes to me. These mandalas always start with a prayer. I ask the universe to teach me about this particular aspect of sacred geometry. And I know that I can be directed to an understanding through this meditative process and this revelatory possibilities of this kind of open-eyed meditation. And I find myself slipping further and further and further, deeper and deeper and deeper into my own inner world, so to speak. And sometimes as a result I find myself floating around on the ceiling watching myself paint like somebody else was pushing the paint around. So of course I have to say something about color. That's the one area that I don't think about